As we grow up and we first start building our cohesion of the nature of reality, we put together these mirrors of ourselves and we ask our first questions in regards to why we see what we see in this mirror. As children, we depend on others' inputs and they define what we see. So we paint that image on our mirror, covering the true image of our live reflection to have a dependable, unchanging concept that fits with someone else's beliefs. So we go on to the next mirror. And this is how we learn. The next mirror we may be taught in school, the Newtonian law, consciousness is in the brain, your body is solely physical matter. So we paint over our mirror of what our human nature really is at its core. We use our imaginative, wonder-filled minds as children and see a magical world around us and in us. We dream up possibilities and share them with others who tell us that what we are telling them isn't real or it's impossible. So in turn, we paint over that mirror, limiting ourselves to not think further on the reflection in our own mirrors of reality. In the end, as adults, we look down our entire hallway of mirrors and what our reality consists of, and see no genuine reflections of our own experiences, thoughts, or beliefs anymore. In its place are these lifeless paintings, constructions of general consensus, reductions, and beliefs that don't belong to us, and we accept them as our reality. Some painted mirrors may be somewhat close to the reflection. They can have core concepts of what's there, and some may be really far away from what reality truly is, but all of them are incorrect. Reductions of the intricacy, complexity, and infinity of our reality. And in life, often we learn something new. You might learn about quantum mechanics and have to go back and clean your mirror of what nature even is at the core. But it's a messy job and you don't even know where to start. You've likely already painted over hundreds of mirrors over the course of your life, with the reality of the first mirror that you've painted over upgraded. Now you feel the need to make sense of an overwhelming heap of unknowns in these mirrors, or otherwise recognize what you see as an individual is truly a mystery, cannot be defined, and learn to embrace that notion. Cognitive freedom truly comes from accepting and relishing the unknown, the mystery, rekindling and applying that childhood sense of wonder, erasing many mirrors and accepting that it's okay to not know everything, but to learn to be content with your interpretations and experience as your reality, even if it is different from everyone else's. Life is ever changing. Truth is ever changing. It's this live mirror that moves as we do through different energies and phases and thought processes in life. And as soon as we find a label on something and we come to a conclusion, then we paint over that live feed that's essentially happening right there. And we have something that's dead and lifeless and not changing. This was a tiny snippet out of my book, Love Over Fear, A Foundation for Autonomy. This piece was called Painting Mirrors, of course. If you want to hear more love-based, thought-provoking content, check out jwesley.ca. Hit follow, like, and share. Thanks for watching.